Welcome back, everyone. It's not quite the Love Shack, but it is Dampé's Shack, and we have some more dungeon making to do. Let's get into the level 3 challenges, which will wrap up this little arc. They can be a little bit bothersome. We have to work with stairs. So let's get to it. I hate this one. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it because the stair mechanics are so stupid. What's even worse is one of the bonus challenges. You think this is bad? We'll get to it. We will get to the horror of that one. No, there's not a key in here. We already got that, so away we go. So you'll excuse me if I start sounding a bit frustrated because the stair mechanic in the Dungeon Maker is terrible. At least with warp pipes, in the Mario games you can choose where they wind up going. Here, you're just stuck with them going to the closest one. So I'll just take my frustration out by bouncing back some fireballs into Zolls. Really, this is a complete and unnecessary bother. And I'm having to go through fire again. I don't like going through fire. I kept falling in fire in my failed recordings. Like that. So yeah, we're already off to a bad start with this video as I wind up grumbling and rambling. Notice you don't have to do the block puzzle again though. Once you do eventually get where the stairs are meant to go, figured out, you're fine. But until that point, until you can make them actually connect, it's a nightmare. Down he goes. And these are going off the edge as well. So yeah, there we go. Just a little demonstration of Link moving out of the way of the chest. We're not making very much money compared to last time, are we? It's like the game is laughing at us. Oh, you can get Guardian Acorns. Not that I want to listen to them. I can't dash from up there. Alright, let's see. Okay, maybe if I jump a little... Now I can stuff around trying... No, we can't quite make it, I don't think. Little sad. Haven't been through this passageway in a while. Up we go, and onwards. Sorry if the voice is a little scratchy. Over we go. And another single miserable rupee. Wow. First we have a really, really bad mechanic to deal with, and then we get crap money. That is an improvement. It's not much, but it's an improvement. And let's take care of the Hinox. We're almost done with this. So yeah, this is decidedly not fun. It is best to get it out of the way. The rupee the enemy dropped was as much as we got in the chest. Just wow. Game is stingy. But we're nearly done with it. We're nearly through this stupid challenge. I probably deserve that. I've always been wondering what those enemies are. They're called stars. They appear in Angler's Tunnel, Catfish's Maw, and Face Shrine. See, Spin Attack does not defeat Moldorm in one shot. It just makes him very angry. And another blow makes him very dead, and we are finally done with that stupid stair challenge. Another special chamber, so it's basically going to be like that. Well, let's get to wrapping these up. Okay, so this is a slightly more difficult one. I might have to break this one into 2 episodes. We have to go through the dungeon with 3 hearts. Now you might notice 2 things. One of them that this dungeon shape looks like a bottle. This is where we get the third bottle. The other thing you might notice is that I set up a long passage that goes nowhere and doesn't have any chests. When it gets to the longer dungeons, I do recommend cheesing them. If you have the blue clothes, you should be alright. Fairies won't revive you like they will in other games though. You still have your sword beams though. Exercise caution, attack from range, and you'll be fine. It's essentially like navigating Tail Cave all over again, just fiddlier. Well, I suppose not quite, because even in Tail Cave we actually still had 4 hearts, and will it not blow up? That's just there for decoration. Basically, from here we can just head up. We have a lot of walls to bomb because of the way I've set this up. But it won't be too difficult. I think I put a fairy fountain over here. 20 rupees, not bad. So this is pretty much where the mode starts to get really arduous and mind-numbing. You have these big and complex challenges with specific shapes, and you know they're going to take a long time to get through normally, but you just have to keep plugging away at them. 50 rupees, that's a decent reward after the crap we went through with the stairs. And we have 2 bombable walls here. Is there any... There's money down here, and there is another key over here. Interesting to note, in these games you can't actually set multiple bombs. In Oracle of Ages and Seasons, you could acquire the bomb ring, which allowed you to set 2 at once. Now can the... Whoops. Not too bad. Let's get whatever was in here, which should be the key. Yep, that is the Nightmares key, and it has actually been a while since I flubbed getting a chest. Over we go. In challenges like this, I tend to make Moldorm the boss because, well, it's the easiest one. Shouldn't need that. Famous last words in all fairness. And it's bounced to its death. Make sure our boomerang comes back and stuns the Stalfos while we're at it, and let's take care of Moldorm to wrap up this challenge. Jerk. And it looks patently ridiculous too. Thankfully, you get all your health back when you are done. And we will have earned ourselves the 3rd and final bottle. Of course, we get the new chamber. There it is. So let's move on to the next challenge. I will probably start taking some shortcuts with things. Sheathed. On we go! I'm going to be setting the magic rod and the hook shot. These will be some of our best ranged options. We will, however, need to push this back or defeat it with a bomb. And then we can step on this. I will head off to the left first because that's got the shortest path. It can be difficult, but if you pick the right boss, this will be fairly easy. So, as you can see, you'll really have to think outside the box and use your sub-weapons to your advantage. Right in the slot. Let's see, boomerang, will that work on them? Little bit of money and a chest on top of that. Another key for us. We'll just head down a few rooms and then we're done. This is probably a good idea because you don't actually have to fight it with your sword, and if you... To be honest, I actually started for a moment to think I was doing the 3 heart run, which would have been a bit annoying. So, use the power of the boomerang and whatever sub-weapons you have to your advantage. Swim over here and place a bomb. And there's another key. So if we want to take a shortcut, we can really just walk back to the entrance with Mambo's Mambo because that's where we are going next. I think I'll probably wrap it up after this one because these have been a bit arduous. The hookshot used to defeat those, for the record. This time, we do actually have to defeat the enemies to reveal the staircase. And away we go. So, we're looking for bombs to deal with these, and I'm in a fairly close corner. Okay, so if I throw that... Yeah, fair timing. I got the stupid Guardian Acorn. And this one is following me, so we need to hook shot. What? How did I actually make it invincible? somehow I managed to trigger Mercy invincibility. I don't think I've pulled that off before. I'm having a very strange run with Stalfos. I mean, nothing's going to beat the flying Stalfos back in the first challenge in Fill Up Your Hearts. So we need to go down first. Let's see. Did that not do anything? Looks like we are going to have to stick with the arrows. There we go. Must not have got the timing right on the bomb arrows. It's either that or it's not vulnerable to bombs. Whoops, didn't mean to jump. Somehow I hit that Stalfos and I shouldn't have. And the chest spawns in a much easier to get location than the key did. So up we go once again. Light those just in case and go across here. Burn some enemies. And we'll leave that bone putter hanging in midair as it falls to its doom. Couple more things to grab. Next one is the boss key. Actually, I can probably keep going with these. I do want to try and get them done as fast as possible, so... Tell you what, we'll just make this an extra long episode. The fact this already has rooms put together is very useful. And we go into our boss battle, which, as you'll see, I've made Facade. Three hits on him already. And there are holes forming. Ah. And yeah, as you'll see, he actually will laugh at you if you wind up falling into those holes. Much more character to him this time. But we've taken care of him, and that is the third of these challenges down. I believe there are 5 of them. So we can skip over that one. We've got a new chamber effect plus hearts. It's about time I actually put those to use. Now it's a timed mission. Let's get rolling. Thankfully, this one is going to be pretty quick. We have 5 minutes to get through it. And it shouldn't be too hard. Keep it simple for ease of navigation. Piddly little rupee, and away we go. So that is the way we need to go to proceed through this room. I probably shouldn't have used this one, but move it around, and there's one more challenge after this, and I think we'll have wrapped all of them up. At least we've got our chest, and we can run through and get a few more. So there's our 1 rupee. Keys conveniently moving just out of the way of my attacks. And I managed to walk straight into the blade traps. Oh well, I'll take a lasering. Bit more money. I've tried to make as many shortcuts as I could to have everything flow conveniently, but we'll see what happens. Be a little bit smarter this time, and bombs are already set. Top up my health. It's this one. If I can just manage to get off the... 3.5 minutes. We're halfway through the dungeon pretty much. Thankfully, it doesn't keep ticking down during cutscenes. Fighting the Hinox is one of the least time-consuming mini-bosses. Now, down there I put that little rupee hoard, so we didn't have to worry too much, and that hard hat beetle is just suspended in space for a little while, and then he disappears. Bit of money. Go through here, there's our boss door. We still need to go and get the key. Leap over here. Squeeze through, and... Wait. The Zol was inside the chest. I mean, I know it's not a dud, but how did it jump through the walls of the chest? If you are doing time challenges, Moldorm is the boss to have. In we go! and we'll have cleared it with just under half the time remaining. See, Moldorm can basically be beaten in about 10 seconds. There we go! Much faster one! Another Chamber Stone. Oh, have we wrapped them up? That is the last heart container. And Wallmasters. If you want to be grabbed by a Wallmaster, which I don't believe appear in the regular game, you can. So this will unlock the special challenges. We can do those in a bonus episode. The other thing we can do in a bonus episode is the crane game. We can't actually finish the little side quest with the crane game until we have wrapped everything up and beaten the main game. So, in preparation for that, I will see you back in Mabe Village. Thank you very much for joining me, and we're wrapping up our time on Koholint Island in the next episode.